Imagine a future shaped not by fear, but by bold collaboration, where two great democracies, rooted in timeless values and boundless innovation, come together to light the way forward. In this moment, the story of the U.S. and India isn't just about geopolitics or economics. It's about the power of shared vision, trust, and destiny. As we explore why this partnership is no longer optional but essential, I invite you to open your mind and heart to a journey, one where technology meets spirit and progress serves a higher purpose. Stay with me, because what unfolds next will define the future for us all. India has rapidly evolved into a global center for technology and innovation. Over the past 2 decades, it has transformed from a hub for outsourced IT services into a breeding ground for advanced engineering, artificial intelligence, and deep tech innovation. Today, India produces some of the world's most skilled software developers, data scientists, and AI researchers, many of whom are working in or leading top American tech firms. Major U.S. companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Intel have not only established significant research and development operations in India, but also depend on Indian talent for core innovation. The rise of India's startup ecosystem is another critical factor. With more than 100 unicorns and a vibrant entrepreneurial culture, India is driving global solutions in fintech, health tech, edtech, and sustainable technologies. Cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Pune have become global innovation corridors, attracting venture capital and producing scalable technologies that are influencing global markets. India's growing role in the semiconductor and electronics supply chain is also strategic. With increasing investments in chip manufacturing, 5G technology, and quantum computing, India is positioning itself as a crucial player in next-gen tech development. This diversification is especially important for the U.S., which is looking to reduce its reliance on Chinese manufacturing and supply chains. The convergence of a massive talent pool, a rising startup culture, government-backed digital infrastructure, and cost-effective R&D capabilities gives India a unique advantage in the global tech race. For the U.S., continued collaboration with India is no longer just beneficial. It is essential to sustaining its own technological edge and maintaining leadership in critical emerging technologies. India plays a pivotal role as a strategic counterbalance to China in the Indo-Pacific region. As Asia's other major power, India shares long-standing tensions with China, including unresolved border disputes and competition for regional influence. These dynamics naturally position India as a key ally for countries seeking to maintain balance in a region increasingly dominated by Chinese economic and military assertiveness. For the United States, which is actively working to contain China's expansionist ambitions, India is not just another partner. It is a strategic necessity. Militarily, India has been ramping up its capabilities and deepening defense partnerships with countries like the U.S., Japan, and Australia, particularly through frameworks such as the Quad. This group, focused on security and cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, represents a collective effort to ensure a free and open region where no single power can dominate. India's large and capable military force, along with its strong naval presence in the Indian Ocean, gives it significant leverage to influence maritime security and regional stability. Economically, India provides an alternative market and manufacturing base outside of China. As companies look to diversify their supply chains, India's scale and improving infrastructure make it a viable substitute for China-centric production models. Its democratic governance structure also provides more transparency and predictability in business and diplomatic engagements. In the realm of diplomacy and global governance, India's growing voice in institutions like the G20 and the United Nations reflects its emergence as a global power with influence beyond its borders. As global power shifts from west to east, aligning closely with India offers the U.S. a stable, democratic counterforce to China's model of state-controlled capitalism and authoritarian rule, reinforcing a multipolar world that favors open systems and shared leadership. India is currently the fastest growing major economy in the world, with GDP growth consistently outpacing most developed and developing nations. This momentum is being driven by a unique combination of factors: a young and expanding workforce, rising domestic consumption, rapid urbanization, and a surge in digital and infrastructure development. According to multiple international financial institutions, India is projected to become the world's third largest economy by 2030, overtaking both Germany and Japan in terms of nominal GDP. This economic rise is creating one of the most dynamic consumer markets on the planet. With a middle class expected to exceed 500 million people in the next few years, India offers unmatched opportunities for American businesses in sectors like technology, e-commerce, healthcare, energy, and manufacturing. U.S. companies are already tapping into this growth by expanding operations, investing in Indian startups, and forming long-term trade and technology partnerships. India's proactive economic reforms are also accelerating its growth trajectory. Initiatives such as Make in India, Digital India, and the Production Linked Incentive PLI scheme are aimed at boosting domestic manufacturing, increasing exports, and attracting foreign investment. These policies are transforming India into a more competitive and attractive business environment for global investors, including American firms looking to diversify beyond China. In addition to its domestic growth, India is increasingly integrated into global trade networks and supply chains. Its geographic location, vast labor market, and improving logistics infrastructure make it a natural hub for both regional and international trade. Financial services, fintech, and green energy are also becoming major engines of growth, drawing capital and partnerships from around the world. As this economic momentum continues, India's role as a global growth engine is becoming more central to international stability and prosperity. India has emerged as a key defense and security partner for the United States in a rapidly shifting global landscape. With shared concerns about terrorism, regional instability, and the growing assertiveness of China, both countries have found increasing strategic alignment in military and security cooperation. Over the past 2 decades, defense ties between the U.S. and India have expanded significantly, evolving from basic military exchanges to comprehensive joint exercises, technology transfers, and high-value arms deals. The U.S. has become one of India's top defense suppliers, providing advanced systems including Apache helicopters, P-8I maritime patrol aircraft, and surveillance drones. These acquisitions are not only modernizing India's armed forces, but also enhancing interoperability with U.S. and allied forces. Joint military exercises like the Malabar naval drills, which include Japan and Australia, showcase the deepening of operational cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region. These exercises are designed to improve coordination and readiness in maritime security, disaster relief, and anti-submarine warfare. Beyond equipment and training, both nations have signed foundational defense agreements such as COMCASA and BCA, which facilitate secure communications and real-time geospatial data sharing. These agreements mark a new level of trust and signal a long-term commitment to strategic alignment. The focus is not just on conventional defense, but also on cybersecurity, space security, and counterterrorism efforts. India's strategic location between the Middle East and Southeast Asia also makes it a valuable partner for safeguarding critical sea lanes, particularly in the Indian Ocean. As global power centers shift toward the Indo-Pacific, the U.S. increasingly relies on India to help maintain a rules-based international order and ensure regional stability. The growing defense partnership reflects shared priorities and mutual interests in a secure, multipolar world grounded in sovereignty and mutual respect. India has become a rising force in space exploration and advanced technology, making it a valuable partner for the United States in shaping the next era of global innovation. The Indian Space Research Organization ISRO has made impressive strides in recent years, achieving cost-effective and high-impact missions such as the Chandrayaan lunar program and the Mars orbiter mission. These achievements demonstrate India's capability to deliver complex space missions at a fraction of the cost of traditional space programs, opening doors for broader international collaboration. U.S. agencies like NASA and private space companies are increasingly looking to partner with India for joint missions, satellite launches, and research in space science and planetary exploration. The two countries have signed agreements to collaborate on Earth observation, space situational awareness, and even deep space exploration. These partnerships are not just symbolic but practical, combining India's engineering efficiency with U.S. technological depth and experience. In addition to space exploration, India is emerging as a leader in other frontier technologies, including artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and 5G networks. Its rapidly expanding tech ecosystem, driven by both government initiatives and private enterprise, offers opportunities for the U.S. to engage in co-development, joint research, and scalable innovation. The presence of major U.S. tech companies in India further accelerates this collaboration as they tap into India's skilled workforce and expanding digital infrastructure. India's space and tech ambitions are backed by a growing commitment to international cooperation and norms, making it a responsible actor in the global technology environment. Its focus on sustainability, data governance, and innovation aligns closely with American values, creating a strong foundation for long-term partnerships. As space and emerging tech become central to national security and economic competitiveness, collaboration with India adds strategic depth and technological advantage for the United States. As global supply chains undergo significant realignment, India is becoming a critical player in efforts to reduce overdependence on China. For the United States, which has seen vulnerabilities exposed during geopolitical tensions and global disruptions, building resilient and diversified supply chains has become a strategic priority. India offers a compelling alternative due to its large industrial base, cost-effective labor force, improving infrastructure, and policy support aimed at attracting global manufacturers. American companies across sectors electronics, pharmaceuticals, semiconductors, defense, and clean energy are actively exploring or expanding their operations in India. Initiatives like the Production Linked Incentive PLI scheme are specifically designed to boost manufacturing in key sectors such as mobile phones, solar panels, and advanced battery technologies. These incentives, along with regulatory reforms, are improving India's ease of doing business and making it an attractive destination for long-term investment. India is also strategically positioned to serve as a hub for both regional and global trade. With major ports, expanding highways, and dedicated freight corridors, the country is enhancing its logistical capabilities to support high-volume exports. This geographic and infrastructural advantage supports India's growing role in global value chains, especially in industries where proximity to growing consumer markets in Asia and Africa is beneficial. Moreover, India's large domestic market offers scale that few other countries can match. This allows companies to serve both local demand and export markets from a single base, as the U.S. seeks to reduce single-country risk in critical sectors like electronics and pharmaceuticals. Partnering with India enables a more balanced and secure supply network. Collaborative initiatives in areas such as chip manufacturing, rare earth materials, and clean tech production are also gaining momentum, reinforcing India's role as a dependable partner in building the next generation of resilient, distributed supply chains. India's population is now the largest in the world, with over 1.4 billion people, and more than half of them under the age of 30. This youth-driven demographic gives India a powerful advantage in the global economy. As many countries, including the United States and China, face aging populations and shrinking workforces, India stands out as a nation poised to supply both talent and productivity for decades to come. This youthful energy is not just about numbers, it is about innovation, adaptability, and economic momentum. A massive, digitally connected generation is entering the workforce with skills in engineering, data science, software development, and design. Millions of these young professionals are being trained in coding, AI, robotics, and other emerging technologies, creating a talent pool that is increasingly competitive on a global scale. This is one reason why global tech giants and startups alike are establishing research and development centers in India and recruiting from its universities. In addition to its technical strength, India's demographic structure supports a vibrant consumer economy. A rising middle class, combined with increasing urbanization and disposable income, is creating one of the fastest growing markets for everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to streaming content and digital financial services. American companies see this not only as a workforce advantage, but also as a key demand center for future growth. India's young population is also digitally savvy. With access to affordable mobile data and expanding digital infrastructure, this generation is driving rapid adoption of digital services, e-commerce, and fintech solutions. For the U.S., engaging with this demographic means tapping into a future-ready market and a dynamic innovation ecosystem. As the global economy becomes more reliant on digital and knowledge-based industries, India's youthful and skilled population positions it as an essential partner in shaping the next wave of global growth. The United States and India are united by a deep commitment to democratic principles, which forms a strong foundation for their partnership. As the world experiences growing geopolitical tensions and the rise of authoritarian regimes, the shared values of freedom, rule of law, pluralism, and individual rights become even more important. India, as the world's largest democracy, represents a powerful example of how diverse cultures, languages, and religions can coexist under a democratic framework, making it a natural ally to the U.S. In promoting open societies, this shared political ethos fosters trust and alignment in global governance, international cooperation, and the defense of human rights. Both countries emphasize transparency, accountable institutions, and respect for civil liberties, setting them apart from authoritarian models of governance. This alignment strengthens collaboration on issues such as cybersecurity, data privacy, free trade, and the rule-based international order, where common values translate into practical policies. Moreover, India's vibrant democratic institutions provide resilience against internal and external pressures, allowing it to pursue an independent foreign policy that often aligns with American interests in promoting stability and peace. The electoral process, a free press, and an active civil society in India contribute to a governance model that is responsive and adaptable. Shared democratic values also extend to the global stage, where the U.S. and India work together in multilateral forums like the United Nations, G20, and Quad. They advocate for a world order based on mutual respect, cooperation, and rules rather than coercion or unilateralism. This ideological partnership builds a framework for addressing global challenges such as climate change, terrorism, and economic inequality. For the U.S., partnering with India is not just about strategic calculations, but about aligning with a nation that reflects its core principles. This makes the U.S.-India relationship unique and vital in a world increasingly defined by ideological divisions. India has pioneered one of the world's most advanced and scalable models of digital public infrastructure, fundamentally transforming how millions of its citizens access government services, financial systems, and digital identity verification. This digital ecosystem, built on platforms like Aadhaar, a biometric ID system, the Unified Payments Interface (UPI), and the India Stack framework, enables seamless interaction between individuals, businesses, and the government in a highly efficient and secure manner. Aadhaar, with over 1 billion enrolled users, provides a unique digital identity that serves as a foundation for numerous services, including banking, healthcare, and social welfare programs. This system has greatly reduced fraud and improved transparency in government benefit distribution. UPI revolutionized digital payments by enabling instant, interoperable, and cost-free transactions between any two bank accounts through mobile devices, making India one of the fastest-growing digital payment markets globally. The India Stack concept integrates these platforms into an open API framework that allows private companies and government agencies to build applications and services on top of it, encouraging innovation while maintaining privacy and security. This public digital backbone supports everything from eKYC Know Your Customer for financial services to electronic signatures and consent management, streamlining both public and private sector operations. For the United States, India's digital public infrastructure offers a unique opportunity to study, collaborate, and adopt scalable solutions that address financial inclusion, digital identity, and efficient governance. It provides a working model for delivering services to millions of people at low cost, especially in developing and emerging markets. The lessons from India's DPI can inform U.S. policy and technology development in areas such as digital government services, cybersecurity, and mobile payments. By engaging deeply with India's digital infrastructure ecosystem, the U.S. can foster joint innovation, create new market opportunities for technology companies, and contribute to setting global standards in digital governance and data privacy, enhancing both nations' leadership in the digital age. India plays a crucial role in the global effort to combat climate change and transition to sustainable energy sources. As one of the world's largest emitters of greenhouse gases due to its rapidly growing economy and population, India's energy choices will significantly impact the planet's ability to meet international climate goals. Recognizing this responsibility, India has committed to ambitious targets for renewable energy expansion, energy efficiency, and carbon emissions reduction. India's renewable energy sector is booming, with massive investments in solar, wind, and hydropower projects. The country has set a goal to achieve 500 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2030, making it one of the fastest-growing clean energy markets globally. This aggressive push towards green energy is supported by government policies, international partnerships, and innovation in energy storage and smart grid technologies. The United States, as a leader in clean energy technology and climate policy, sees India as an indispensable partner in addressing global climate challenges. Collaboration between the two nations extends across research and development of renewable technologies, grid modernization, electric vehicle infrastructure, and financing mechanisms for sustainable projects. Joint initiatives such as the U.S. India Climate and Clean Energy Agenda 2030 partnership aim to accelerate decarbonization efforts and promote clean energy investment. India's unique challenges, including energy access for rural populations and balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability, offer valuable opportunities for innovative solutions. Working together allows the U.S. and India to develop scalable models for energy transition that can be replicated in other developing countries. Moreover, India's leadership in international forums like the International Solar Alliance highlights its growing influence in shaping global clean energy policies. By strengthening cooperation on climate and energy, the U.S. not only supports a critical partner in meeting emissions targets, but also advances global efforts to build a sustainable and resilient future. In today's rapidly changing world, the U.S. and India stand at a crossroads where partnership is not just beneficial, it's essential. From technology and defense to climate and democracy, India's rise shapes the future of global innovation, security, and shared values. To lose India now would mean losing a vital ally in building a prosperous, stable, and sustainable world. Embracing this partnership fully ensures both nations lead together into a future defined by opportunity and resilience. Thank you for your attention, and best of luck as we work to strengthen this crucial relationship for generations to come.